And now, hidden from sight for over 2 millennia, ancient steps have been unveiled at the renowned ancient Pool of Siloam in Jerusalem, a site of profound significance in both the New and Old Testament.
Jerusalem is a city full of holy sites and bustling streets. Something terrible occurs out of nowhere, rocking this holy city to its core. The religious residents of this area are somewhat uncertain as a result of this incident. Jerusalem's peaceful atmosphere has been destroyed, and many Christians are now running for cover from this impending danger. However, why does this fear exist? And how will it impact the lives of individuals who reside here? Let's talk about this worrying event that occurred in Jerusalem and caused Christians to flee. Let's find out more about this and how it affects the citizens of this community. Since its founding, Israel has faced several difficulties characterized by tension and wars. The nation always appears on edge, whether it's the ancient sites of Jerusalem or the busy streets of Tel Aviv. The latest battles with Hamas are but one episode in a lengthy history of countering different threats. The missile-intercepting Iron Dome defense system demonstrates Israel's fortitude in trying times. Groups like the Houthi movement in Lebanon pose a threat to Israel because they frequently use drones and missiles to commit assaults. Israelis are so always on guard. Hope remains even amid confusion and dread. Christians and others around the world unite with Israel in prayer and solidarity, hoping that Jerusalem will soon again be a peaceful place. Archaeological excavations in Jerusalem are still revealing historical mysteries. Every discovery strengthens the city's rich heritage and serves as a constant reminder of Israel's illustrious past. One important location is the lower city's Pool of Siloam, which was essential during the Second Temple era. The Jerusalem Talmud contains accounts about the Pool of Siloam that indicate it was more than just a place to get water. It also signaled the start of pilgrimages to Jerusalem. As they set out on their journey to the Temple Mount, pilgrims celebrated with sweets, emphasizing the significance of the location to them. The Pool of Siloam experienced a dramatic change under Hezekiah's rule. Hezekiah gave the order to build the Siloam Tunnel to safeguard the city's water supply from possible dangers. An earlier Canaanite tunnel was replaced with this amazing engineering achievement, demonstrating the city's resiliency and inventiveness in the face of hardship. In response to an assault by Sennacherib the Assyrian, Jerusalem's king Hezekiah blocked off the Gihon Springs' original exit and diverted the water through a new tunnel. This proved Jerusalem's resilience and cunning amid trying circumstances. The book of Isaiah mentions that the Pool of Siloam was formerly known as the Lower Pool. An earlier upper pool was also present, and it was linked to a prehistoric Canaanite tunnel. The pool was extensively renovated in the Second Temple period, probably under Alexander the Great. When Jesus healed a blind man at the pool, as described in the Gospel of John, it became a significant location and gained spiritual significance. Sadly, the Pool of Siloam met a terrible end in 70 CE when the Romans destroyed it, changing the course of history. This was during the First Jewish-Roman War. Sediment accumulated over time, concealing the site's past. Ancient accounts speak of Emperor Hadrian, who around 135 CE erected a shrine honoring 4 nymphs. The stories surrounding the Pool of Siloam have endured over the ages, making it an important part of Jerusalem's history even after it was destroyed. Historians disagree as to whether the Pool of Siloam and the shrine constructed by Emperor Hadrian were in the same location. Still, it prepared the way for later Byzantine building projects. A major architectural project, the construction of a reservoir near Hezekiah's tunnel, was headed by Empress Aliyah Yoya. Despite being distinct from the prehistoric Siloam Pool, its significance was unknown until recent archaeological discoveries revealed its mysteries. The beautiful Siloam Pool is located in Jerusalem, a historic city founded over 2,000 years ago by King David. For ages, this historical reservoir has piqued people's interest and generated conjecture. Digging diligently into its depths, archaeologists are eager to uncover its secrets. The sophisticated hydraulic system in Jerusalem, which dates to the 7th century BCE, is on display at the Siloam Pool, which is supplied by the vital Gihon Spring. It was more than just a place to get water. It was a hive of activity where people congregated, exchanged goods, and maybe even performed religious rites. The Siloam Pool saw the turbulent history of Jerusalem over many years, from the reigns of David and Solomon to the Roman rule and beyond. Objects and traces of everyday life are uncovered during excavations surrounding the pool, providing historical insights. Close by, Princess Udia's elaborately carved temple overlooks the swimming pool. Its serene waters drew pilgrims seeking treatment and rejuvenation. A historic stairway leading to the Siloam Pool was discovered in June 2004 by workmen maintaining the city's water supply. The pool's importance in Jerusalem's tale became clearer as more of its past was discovered. Archaeologists were able to learn more about the everyday activities of the people who used to congregate at the Siloam Pool thanks to their findings. They discovered a thriving lake brimming with life during Jesus' day, not simply a pool, but a doorway into the past. The pool's square form suggested that it was formerly an ancient pool, and its slanted ends provided a breathtaking view of the surrounding landscape among the ruins. Offerings and artifacts found there attested to the site's profound spiritual importance. It was more than just a meeting spot. It was a hallowed sanctuary where mankind and the divine met. With every new finding, the pieces of the historical puzzle started to fit together, revealing relationships between faith, history, and everyday life in ancient Jerusalem. For those who dared to descend into the depths of the Siloam Pool, legends of a bygone past glistened in the flowing waters. A historic event occurred in Jerusalem in 29 AD. Jesus, who was well known for his knowledge and healing powers, had a meaningful conversation with the Pharisees, who were the period's religious authorities. A man who had been blind from birth unexpectedly met Jesus during their talk. As Jesus placed clay in the blind man's eyes, the multitude watched in awe as the man began to undergo an amazing transformation. The man was subsequently told by Jesus to wash at the nearby pool of Siloam. Tension pervaded the air as the blind man submerged himself in the waters, as instructed by Jesus. In front of everyone, the blind man suddenly became visible again. Quickly spreading the word of this miraculous healing led to passionate discussions among academics and religious authorities. The topic of debate shifted to the Sabbath ordinance, which mandated complete rest on the seventh day of the week. Some said that because Jesus healed people on the Sabbath, he had violated this law. Even though they saw the compassion in Jesus' deed, they thought it was better to save it for a day that wasn't holy. Allegations were made, with some claiming that Jesus disregarded long-standing religious traditions. The blind man's recovery sparked further contemplations on custom, empathy, and the ability of religion to defy expectations. Some emphasized Jesus' love and kindness in his deeds, thinking that healing on the Sabbath revealed the real significance of the day. For them, healing, restoration, and liberation were the main goals of the Sabbath. This provoked spirited debates among academics who went back and reviewed earlier works to re-examine the Sabbath regulations and comprehend the historical context. It brought to light the continual search for faith and knowledge in the face of shifting circumstances and forced a re-evaluation of beliefs and interpretations. A conversation on empathy and treating others with respect was spurred by the healing at the Pool of Siloam. It represented the conflict between clinging to the past and welcoming the present, between deference to authority and compassion. This made individuals reevaluate religious laws, particularly in light of hardship, and question their ideas of normalcy. It brought up difficult issues with no simple solutions on kindness, religion, and morality. Archaeologists had a sense of time travel when they dug into the Pool of Siloam, taking them to a far-off past. People began to speculate and conjecture about it, asking if it was proof of biblical occurrences. It was a piece in the puzzle of Christianity for Christians, bolstering their belief in the miraculous accounts found in the Bible. Skeptics, on the other hand, advised caution, pointing out that the pool's existence does not confirm every detail of the account and casting doubt on the pool's relationship to biblical events. The significance of the Pool of Siloam has been interpreted in various ways, making it a topic of dispute. Natural explanations are offered by atheists, while believers see it as proof of Jesus' heavenly authority. Experts in history and archaeology shed light on its building, function as a source of water for ancient Jerusalem, and its importance in religious ceremonies. The Pool of Siloam's timeless allure has captured people's attention for centuries, arousing curiosity and igniting discussions that are still going strong today. For a very long time, people who are looking for spiritual healing or enlightenment have been coming to the Pool of Siloam. Many report having miraculous healings or deep spiritual awakenings as a result of their visits. The pool, which stands at the nexus of religion, history, and human experience, has retained its allure and inspiration across time. The Pool of Bethesda is another important location in Jerusalem's pool landscape. Frequently mistaken for the Pool of Siloam, both have significant religious and historical significance. But the Pool of Bethesda stands out for having more comprehensive tales and less mystery. It is listed in the New Testament, especially in the Gospel of John, and is situated close to the Sheep Gate. Legend has it that an angel would periodically stir the waters of the Pool of Bethesda, healing whoever ventured in first. After that, the pool gained notoriety as a social hub and for its therapeutic properties. Its 5 covered pathways offered a lively scene and shade as people flocked there in search of respite. The Pool of Bethesda was more than just a location for healing. It was a gathering spot for friends and family to catch up, share updates, and provide support. Reflecting the splendor of the era, the architecture itself enhanced the pool's appeal with its covered walkways. The Jerusalem Pool of Bethesda was thought to possess unique therapeutic properties, making it more than simply a regular swimming hole. People flocked there in the hopes of finding miraculous treatments for a variety of illnesses. A guy who had not moved in almost 40 years, who had been dependent on others for 38 years, and who had watched life pass him by. The man must have thought he was dreaming when Jesus appeared and whispered words of healing. As power returned to his limbs, his disbelief transformed into pure ecstasy. Rapidly spreading the word of this miracle brought more individuals to the Pool of Bethesda in the hopes of finding healing. Many mysteries in Jerusalem are yet to be solved. Israeli researchers uncovered a magnificent palace that was built during the Jewish kingdom's historical history. Situated south of the Old City, it is a veritable treasure trove of historic marvels. Imagine exploring ruins and witnessing elaborately carved stone structures that rise from the earth. Beautifully adorned stone capitals and intricate window frames that had been kept for millennia were among the gems discovered. Everyone is perplexed as to why these priceless artifacts were hidden away in such a covert way. A remarkable discovery from the era of the First Temple, the palace is thought to have been built in the 8th or 7th century BCE. The column capitals, which are among the most exquisite specimens of royal architecture, astound visitors. The fascinating findings made by Yakov Bilig. Excavation team leader Professor Yakov Bilig is ecstatic about a unique discovery. 2 ancient capitals were carefully placed in an enigmatic tomb. He's been thinking a lot about why someone would do such a thing, which adds to the riddles that need to be solved. The remnants of an opulent palace that was probably demolished in 586 BC during the Babylonian conquest were also discovered at the excavation site. Based on the palace's majestic setting and advantageous location, the residents were most likely prominent nobility or Judean rulers. Nonetheless, skepticism over the legitimacy of the City of David sparks discussion and intrigue among specialists. They resemble sleuths deciphering hints from the past to piece together the history of ancient civilizations. New findings in Jerusalem have sparked curiosity and created vivid images of biblical times. But in the middle of all the excitement, it's important to keep in mind that history isn't always clear-cut, much like a mystery book. History is full of turns, and opinions on what happened might differ greatly. Not far away, there was an amazing find waiting for them. An ancient pediment gable from David's time that is currently on display in the Israel Museum. A copy of David's palace, which is depicted on the Israeli 5-shekel coin, is located across from this location. At the foot of what is thought to be David's palace are the opulent remains of the palace. The remnants of old homes, including 2 well-preserved columns, provide the impression of grandeur among these ruins. The owner probably boasted of amenities like a private lavatory and relished being close to the king's residence. Remarkably, the study of the 2,600-year-old germs discovered in this toilet with a separate entrance revealed the former occupant's diet, a fondness for raw meat and green vegetables. The Gavati parking lot excavation, which is located west of the city's entrance, contains historical layers that span 11 different civilizations. 2008 saw the excavation of a massive Roman villa's basement, which may have formerly belonged to Queen Helen of Assyria, who converted to Judaism in Jerusalem during the Second Temple era. People discovered priceless objects buried in a wall, including numerous gold coins and a stunning earring. These gems provide us with a glimpse into the turbulent past of the city's long history. People who dug up ancient artifacts found reminders of their faith, even amid problems like riots. Israel's people anticipate a great day when they will be saved and believe that God is constantly with them. In ancient legends, Jesus performed a remarkable deed by healing a blind man. Jesus used mud to make the man see again, and he was told to bathe in a unique lake known as the Lake of Siloam. For those who came to Jerusalem for religious reasons, this pool was quite important. It was not just any pool, though. It served as a source of drinking water and was used for ritual washing. The pool was popular with locals, and it's possible that Jesus went there personally. The Greek Orthodox Church, the site's owners, and the Israel Antiquities Authority are currently debating plans to excavate more of the region in anticipation of fascinating archaeological finds. The ancient pool of Siloam may be concealed behind a lovely landscape with plenty of trees, according to archaeologists. They can't wait to investigate it more and find and replace the ancient pipes that link the aqueduct and square to the pool's steps. The significance of the Pool of Siloam stems from its association with baptism, a central Christian ritual. There is a strong parallel between the experiences of believers today and the stories found in the Bible. In the same way that baptism represents the washing away of sins and beginning over, it illustrates how faith can bring redemption and alter people. Christians have a particular place in their hearts and faith for the Pool of Siloam. It's more than just an archaeological find. It is revered as a location of spiritual significance, profoundly ingrained in biblical tales, and more than just a historical landmark. Christians believe that the waters in this pool contain spiritual and historical truths in addition to physical therapeutic properties. A crucial component of Christian religious practice, the Pool of Siloam provides believers with support and direction as they go spiritually. It ties followers to the founding narratives of their religion, offering consolation and assurance, especially during periods of ambiguity or doubt. Atheists may choose empirical data over faith, but both believers and non-believers acknowledge the significant influence that faith has on people's lives and the ability to solve the riddles of the universe. Similar to a mystery vault that is just waiting to be opened, Jerusalem's Siloam Pool is home to a wealth of inspiration and secrets. Delving into the Pool of Siloam is an expedition that reveals the connections between spirituality and the past, not just a historical excursion. Every old stone, every ripple in the water, and every nook and cranny of this pool speaks old legends, beckoning us to explore the depths of faith and folklore. We are taken back in time as we make our way through the Pool of Siloam and encounter the wisdom and rich symbolism that its waters hold. It invites us to consider how our thoughts and worldview are shaped by religion and historical narratives. Regarding the Christian terror and their desire to flee Jerusalem, this is a complicated matter that captures the unpredictability and tensions of the period. It's critical to take into account different viewpoints and have meaningful conversations. What do you think about this subject? Do share in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such content.